So that's basically the audience research that we had by the time we finished the beta phase, and we'd migrated all the knowledge services into this platform. And when we did that, we had a big database full of information and data, but we didn't have anything on top. We didn't have that layer for the policymakers, so we started building that. And I'm going to just go straight on to show you some of the early results of that. I'll skip this slide because we're running low on time. Very quickly, we came up with an idea for what we call a topic menu, and this is a mock-up. This is an early prototype of what I was talking about. Now, a topic is a subdomain. So if you're in the bioeconomy knowledge service, you might have a topic on bioenergy, or it could be a tool as well. If you're the Foresight Competence Center, they deliver a set of tools like megatrends and scenario awareness workshops to look into the future. Either way, you build a topic menu to focus on that particular area. And we've explicitly designed these pages to follow this pyramid. So at the very top, you've got those 5 bullet points that people love so much. Maybe a video or a link to a data visualization or an infographic. And just below that, you can't see it very clearly here, you've got a brief me, which is a download, but it's got to be limited. It's got to be written specifically for policymakers. It shouldn't be more than a couple of pages long. So that's the upper part of the pyramid. And below that, the knowledge and information, you've got a number of blocks, and they're all quite interesting. It starts with the brief me thing, but the next block is actually a community feature. So we haven't got that yet. We're building that later. I will talk about that later in this presentation. Ask a Scientist this is actually the personal profile of the EC scientist who is responsible for this page. As a matter of fact, this person is really a knowledge broker. And there's a specific function. You can ask this person a question. So this person is responsible for convening a community around this page and putting the content on this page and answering questions from people. So if you have an account and we know who you are, you can ask a question, and it's a private question. It's not a public forum post. This question will go straight to the scientist who will help you find the answer. Below that, in Explore Further, these are hand-picked pieces of content. If you're interested in this topic and you've read more than just the 2-page brief me, you should have a look at that report. You should look at this data visualization. You should examine this press release or whatever. And then at the bottom, you've got the data. So here you can see 3 pieces of knowledge from the knowledge base which have been tagged specifically with this topic. And at the very bottom, you've got a button where you can, if you click on that, you can search the entire knowledge base for all of the information and data which has been tagged with this particular topic. So in other words, this is where the user can actually drill down and find the data here, which underpins the reports and the briefing documents and the infographics, which is in the upper half of the page. We came up with that. Then we filled it with real content, and we did some more audience research. We actually did some usability testing where we got 20 odd policymakers, actually 10 only joined in from around Europe at the EC, Parliament, national, regional level, and we actually did usability testing. And again, we were the first people in the world, as far as we know, to actually do this. And as a result of that, you've got the first elements of the policy layer are now live. So for example, if you were to go to the Competence Center on Foresight, this is their landing page now. This has just changed. It was relaunched yesterday. You've got the what we do, a few bullet points, a brief me, a couple of pages document. You can search everything in the knowledge base just about Foresight, and then use their local taxonomy to refine the search. And here you've got their tools. And some of these are basic tools, which are just a simple page plus a search result, but some of them are what we call these featured tools. And as you can see, this is a featured tool. This is the Megatrends Hub, a few bullet points, a download. What is the Megatrends Hub and how do you use it? Here is some things you should check out, the different topics of the Megatrends Hub. And down the bottom, you've got here all of the knowledge, the information, the data relevant to the Megatrends Hub. That's what we've done so far, and the different knowledge services on Knowledge for Policy are rolling out these topics because it's not just a technical effort. You have to write this content. And what we're thinking of doing next is something called major reports. So let me just show you what that looks like to see whether you'd be interested in it.